Imagine flying high above a vast ocean of golden sand, the sun glinting off endless waves of dunes that stretch as far as the eye can see. Below, the dunes ripple and shift, sculpted by the wind into ever-changing patterns, a living landscape of gold. Suddenly, a perfectly straight black line slices through the emptiness. A modern highway, impossibly out of place, defying the wildness of the desert. This is the Tarim Desert Highway, a bold human statement in the heart of the Taklamakan Desert, one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. The road is a corridor of civilization, surrounded by towering dunes and relentless sun, a lifeline threading through a sea of sand. No towns, no houses, just sand and asphalt stretching for hundreds of kilometers with nothing but silence and wind. Why build a road here, in one of the world's harshest deserts? What purpose could it possibly serve? The answer lies in ambition, oil, and the drive to connect remote regions, linking distant oil fields and isolated communities to the rest of China. The highway is a feat of engineering, a decision made in distant cities to conquer a landscape that has resisted settlement for millennia, a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. It's a surreal journey, order imposed on chaos, a black ribbon through the sea of death, as the Taklamakan is often called. The road's existence raises questions. Who built it? What challenges did they face? Why risk so much for a road through emptiness? How does it survive the shifting sands, the constant threat of being swallowed by the desert itself? It's a story of oil, national ambition, and the people who braved the desert to lay every mile, battling heat, sandstorms, and isolation. The Tarim Highway is more than a road. It's a symbol of China's determination to master even its most formidable landscapes, a testament to vision and resolve. Here, the desert is no longer a barrier, but a passageway, transforming isolation into opportunity. The journey along this highway is a journey into the heart of modern China, a place where ambition meets the endless sands, and the impossible becomes real. The Tarim Desert Highway slices through the heart of the Taklamakan, the world's second-largest shifting sand desert, a place so vast and inhospitable it's often called the Sea of Death. The Taklamakan's name means, "You can get in, but you can't get out," a warning whispered by the endless dunes. For centuries, travelers and traders skirted its deadly heart, sticking to the safety of oasis towns on the edge, never daring to cross the interior. The desert is immense, larger than Germany, with dunes among the tallest on Earth, some rising over 300 meters high. Temperatures swing from scorching heat in the day to freezing cold at night, and sandstorms can appear without warning. Water is almost non-existent, making survival nearly impossible. The highway runs 552 kilometers, with 446 kilometers crossing the most treacherous, ever-shifting sands. It connects Luntai in the north to Minfeng in the south, transforming what was once a perilous weeks-long journey into a drive of just a few hours. Building here meant more than laying asphalt. Engineers had to tame a living, shifting landscape, battling the desert's constant movement and unpredictability. The road had to survive extreme heat, bitter cold, and the ever-present threat of being buried by sand, requiring constant maintenance and innovation. The Taklamakan is alive, shaped by relentless wind and shifting dunes that never rest. The highway is a permanent human mark in a place that resists permanence, a bold statement of determination and ingenuity. It's a line drawn in the sand, a line that refuses to be erased, no matter how the desert tries. The Tarim Highway is a triumph over nature's most daunting obstacles, a testament to human willpower and the desire to connect even the most remote corners of the world. Why build a highway through emptiness? The answer: oil. In the 1980s, geologists discovered massive oil and gas reserves beneath the Tarim Basin. To extract these resources, China needed a reliable, year-round route for heavy equipment and workers. Railways were too difficult. Air transport couldn't handle the load. A highway was the only solution. The Tarim Highway became a lifeline for the oil fields, crucial to China's energy security. But the road also served a political purpose, connecting Xinjiang's remote, diverse regions to the rest of the country. It symbolized Beijing's control and commitment to developing the far west. The highway promised new opportunities for isolated communities, linking them to jobs, schools, and markets. It was more than an industrial road, it was a tool for integration and progress. The Tarim Highway was built for oil, but it changed the destiny of an entire region. Planning for the Tarim Highway began in the late 1980s, as visionaries and engineers gathered to tackle a challenge that seemed almost insurmountable. After years of preparation, construction finally started in 1993, marking the beginning of an extraordinary journey across the heart of the Taklamakan Desert. Teams launched their efforts from both the northern and southern edges of the desert, converging toward the center. They faced obstacles and conditions unlike any other road project in China, or perhaps the world. The most daunting problem was the ever-shifting sand, which could swallow roads overnight and erase months of hard work in a single storm. Building a stable roadbed on these constantly moving dunes seemed, at first, to defy the laws of engineering. To overcome this, engineers invented new techniques, layering sand and gravel, using reed mats and geotextiles to stabilize the base. These innovations were crucial, forming the literal and figurative foundation of the project. Massive earth-moving equipment carved a path through the dunes, moving thousands of tons of sand per kilometer. The scale of the operation was staggering, requiring relentless effort, day and night. Water was another precious resource, almost as rare as shade. Teams drilled deep wells and transported water by truck, sometimes over vast distances, just to keep the project moving. Every drop was carefully rationed, needed for mixing concrete, compacting the roadbed, and even keeping dust at bay in the relentless desert wind. Laying asphalt in the desert was a race against time and temperature. Too hot, it softened and deformed. Too cold, it cracked and failed. Timing and precision were everything. The construction process was relentless, with each new section immediately threatened by wind and sand. Workers often had to redo sections lost to sudden sandstorms. The project demanded constant innovation and adaptation, as teams improvised new solutions on the fly to meet the desert's ever-changing challenges. The highway's design included not just the road itself, but a comprehensive plan for its long-term survival, protective barriers, sand fences, and ongoing maintenance strategies. Building the Tarim Highway was a battle against the elements, fought with ingenuity, determination, and sheer grit. Every meter gained was hard-won, the result, an enduring road that stands where none should exist, a testament to human perseverance and creativity. In the end, the blueprint was as much about survival as it was about construction, ensuring the Tarim Highway would not just be built, but would last for generations to come. The Tarim Highway was built by thousands of workers, many far from home. They lived in temporary camps, isolated in a sea of sand. Days were spent in grueling labor under a punishing sun, with heatstroke and dehydration constant threats. Sandstorms could halt work in an instant, and fine dust invaded every corner of life. The psychological toll was immense, weeks of monotony, far from family and comfort. Engineers faced unprecedented technical challenges, forced to innovate daily. Their work was a battle against nature with no room for error. Despite the hardships, a sense of pride and camaraderie grew among the teams. They formed tight-knit communities, supporting each other through adversity. Every kilometer of road is a testament to their sacrifice and determination. The highway stands as a monument to the human spirit in the face of the desert. Building the road was only half the challenge. Keeping it clear of sand was the real test. The solution: a living shelter belt, a green wall of hardy, drought-resistant plants on both sides of the highway. Millions of tamarisks and saxaul were planted in a wide corridor, their deep roots binding the sand. A complex drip irrigation system, fed by underground wells, keeps the plants alive in the arid desert. Water is delivered directly to each plant, minimizing waste and ensuring survival. The shelter belt breaks the wind, trapping sand before it can reach the road. This artificial oasis has stabilized the dunes and protected the highway from being buried. The green corridor is a marvel of ecological engineering, as vital as the road itself. It's a symbol of long-term commitment, working with nature to control it. The Tarim Highway's survival depends on this living barrier. The green wall is proof that infrastructure and ecology can work hand in hand. The Tarim Highway requires constant care. Every few kilometers, maintenance stations house teams, often couples, who manage the irrigation and tend the shelter belt. Their lives are defined by routine and isolation, surrounded by sand and silence. They walk the pipelines, fix leaks, prune plants, and ensure the green wall thrives. Supplies arrive by truck. Solar panels or generators provide power. Despite modern comforts, it's a lonely existence. Neighbors are kilometers away. These workers are the unsung heroes, keeping the desert at bay and the road open. Their presence transforms the highway into a living, managed corridor through the wilderness. The Tarim Highway transformed the region. What was once a weeks-long detour around the desert became a 5-hour drive across it. For the oil industry, the road was a game-changer, enabling large-scale extraction and transport. Service roads now branch off to oil and gas facilities, the highway fueling China's economic engine. For local communities, the road brought connection and opportunity, goods, jobs, and access to education and healthcare. Isolation gave way to integration, but also to rapid change. The influx of people and ideas altered traditional ways of life. The highway became a conduit for both prosperity and transformation. It bridged two worlds, changing both forever. The Tarim Highway is more than a road. It's a lifeline for an entire region. The Tarim Desert Highway is a symbol of China's ambition and ingenuity. It stands alongside the nation's greatest engineering feats, conquering not water or mountains, but sand and emptiness. Built for oil, it became a story of national unity, technological mastery, and ecological innovation. The Green Wall and its caretakers are as crucial as the asphalt itself. The highway is a lesson in sustainable infrastructure, combining hard engineering with living systems. It's a story written in asphalt, sand, and plants, a testament to the drive to connect and overcome. The black line in the sea of gold is now a permanent feature, a monument to human determination. The Tarim Highway proves that even the most formidable landscapes can be crossed and transformed.